It's Week 10 of the NFL, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Titans and the Ravens, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
The rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Tennessee Titans and the Baltimore Ravens. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 22 carries, 67 yards, and a touchdown.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Jackson. He's going deep for Brown.
And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up fourth down.
On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And it'll be Titan football. On 1st and 10, Turner. And that'll be incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, if you have man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Eluding the pressure right. He finds his man, complete. It's Hansen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Turner. Looking left side, and it's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
This will go to Henry out wide.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game.
A 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. And when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team, so I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment, too.
Jackson's throw taken in by Ridley here.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
And it's complete right back to Ridley. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. And, folks, this is a 67-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. You add in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. Back to throw. Turner. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hanson. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more. This time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off play action. Turner. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Russell Gage His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Just 34 yards on the punt there. No return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they have things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital. Extremely important because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. The Titans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Off the play fake, Turner. And that will be incomplete.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw in that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
The football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins.
They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. This one caught by Ridley. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of it. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Patrick Queen
just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. From the gun, Turner. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Henry. And he's out right at the 25. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Looking to throw. Turner. He's going to float this over the middle deep.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game. I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
And here's Turner to throw on 2nd down. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a
touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead.
And McGinnis with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Here we go.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Jackson.
He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. From the 45 on 2nd down, Jackson.
He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. He's going to take a shot for the end zone.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown.
Hollywood Marquise Brown in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Ravens are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after's up and good. And that trims the lead down to 9.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. This one fielded at the 5.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Turner. A final shot before break. Buying time to his left. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So we come upon half. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go.
Both these teams getting a chance to dry out. Maybe change their cleats if need be. But halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you. And we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now Turner throwing on first down. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Turner. He finds his man. Complete. It's Hanson. A gain of 6 there on first. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They go play action here on first down. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Russell Gage with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Titans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Throwing is Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play that time for the Titans.
We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
Turner now on 1st and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
To throw is Turner. Off play action. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Turner. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Back to throw. Turner. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. The extra point up and good. And the lead is now 24.
McGinnis with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Here's Jackson.
He'll find Bateman once more.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 31-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another 1st down as well. Jackson will throw again.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. 40 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
Dobbins. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown.
Mark Andrews, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this game, it could very well turn out to be the shocker of the weekend. Not too many expecting them to come in here and win. And they're not just winning, they're dominating. And now trying to finish this one off.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
And the drive starts with a completion left side. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. From the 22, Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. All the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
And talk about a quick answer. This looked like a missed assignment. You think someone would be able to rein him in after he makes this catch, but he's so slippery in the open field, he's able to take it all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the Titans are going to recover the football. Past midfield. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score...
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Titans look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And to put a bow on it, Next Gen Stats saying that traveled an even 66 yards in the air.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his second touchdown of the night. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Titans are going to recover the football. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling, whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep. Those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And here's Turner off the play fake. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. That one looks like he'll throw here.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
His kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Jackson.
Man open left side is Brown. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Here's Jackson.
That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Jackson.
And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown. But probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Tucker now for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least 1 play. And the Titans are going to come up with it. And that should just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And the Ravens are right back in this football game.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. And, Charles, in this one, the 4th quarter became a lot more interesting, I know, than I anticipated. Probably you anticipated. A comeback bid falling just a little bit short.
You're never supposed to count a team out, and I know we didn't on air, but mentally, I just didn't see this type of a comeback, especially one that put them in a position to put the real pressure on them down.